Hello guys and welcome to my channel. Let's get straight into the charts. Remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. This is just for fun. And let's start with gold. This is the gold chart, the weekly chart. I already shared with you that I see a falling wedge here. This is not the best looking wedge. There are big wicks under this trend line, and it's not falling that much, but it's still falling, and it has lots of touch points there when I look at the bodies of the candles, and so that's why I think it's a valid falling wedge, and this is a bullish sign for gold on the weekly. So what this chart is telling me is that we are going back to the top of this wedge, which is at around 1900. So we are on our way to 1900 because we just broke out of this wedge. That's a bullish sign, but this weekly, we need a weekly close up above this trend line. We haven't had that so far. We had wicks to the upside, but we haven't had a. So if this week we close above that, then I'm a buyer. That's what the weekly chart is telling me. Let's go over to the daily chart on gold. So this is the daily chart on gold, and yeah, on the daily chart I have this trend line. We are above this trend line, and let's see if we can stay above this trend line. We have, as I already shared with you, we have this big resistance here, and we already started to attack this resistance, but we failed. We either stayed there or fell back, and we are back. And this has down here has become support. We have wicks, but we came back on the daily chart. We came back all the way to the top of this resistance. Yeah, I need to make it right. So we are playing ping pong between these this resistance level and support, and what I expect gold to do is sooner or later we will break out. It might be that we have started our way up there again, and we will break out and go over to my target, which is 1830, 1833, 1835, something like that. So that's the daily chart. We can have a look at the 4-hour chart as well. Let's see if there's anything worth mentioning there. So this is gold, the 4-hour chart on gold. Okay. Yeah, we had this M pattern, but we didn't hit the target, so it is telling me that we are in a bullish trend. And so far, yeah, and this, we also have a sort of falling trend line here. Okay, I'm not paying that much attention to that right now. This could, yeah, we could measure the target. This could be a sort of bull flag with a pole. The pole, I may have measured it. I think the target is either 1810, so we are on our way to 1810 or 1830. So right now I think we are on our way to 1810, and there we will see, I guess we will break above that level, but we will see what happens there. Good. So that's gold, and let's look at silver now. Let's go over to silver and see what's happening there. So that's silver on the 4-hour chart frame. Yeah, if we connect the maybe this was the daily chart, we will see. But here I also saw a bullish flag, and it seems to me that we broke out of this bullish flag, and we will go over to the daily chart and see what this is telling us. But here we are in this area of support right now. So yeah, so we are starting our way up. we may have broken out of this flag pattern and started our way up. We will see. Okay, let's go over to the daily chart. So that's silver, daily chart on silver, and yeah, here I saw this flag pattern again, and if we measure the target, is it? Yeah, that's the flag pattern. Let's put it right there. If we measure the target out of this flag pattern, it could be 25.17. Yeah, let me see one more time. Actually, this fall could go down all the way down to the week like that, and let's see then. And if so, then yeah, about the same, 25.2. Yeah, so 25.2. But once we break out, when we break above 24.7, 24.8, which is resistance for us, and we fell back when we touched that, I predicted that, and exactly what I predicted happened. Once we get above there, I don't think we will stop here, but we will go over to this area of resistance on silver, and that's we will go over to 25.52 up to 25.88, somewhere there. Good. Let's have a look at the weekly chart on silver. So that's silver on the weekly time frame, and see what's going on there. We broke out of this falling trend line on the weekly, and that's very bullish. We had this red candle, we are developing a green candle. We will see how this weekly candle closes, but I think we are in an uptrend. We are on our way to 28 first. Let me see. So on our way first, 25.7, 25.8, 25.9, and then probably 26.7, but the main area of target is around 28 and then 30. So that's much about silver.